stormy night in a small coastal town, the residents of the Lighthouse Inn were gathered in the dimly lit dining room for their usual Friday dinner. The inn was old, creaky, and filled with history, rumoured to have been the site of unsolved disappearances years ago. Tonight it was the setting of something much more sinister. As the clock struck 9, a loud crash echoed from the kitchen. The guests froze, and the innkeeper, a grizzled man named Greg, rushed to investigate. Moments later, he returned, pale and trembling. "It's Miss Lily. She's dead." Lily was the youngest guest, a quiet artist who had rented the inn for a week to escape the city. The others, all regulars of the inn, were shocked but strangely unmoved. There was no sign of struggle, and the kitchen appeared untouched. But when Greg went to touch her, he noticed a small silver knife embedded in her chest. Detective Sarah Walker, who had been vacationing at the inn herself, stepped forward. She'd always prided herself on her sharp instincts. She immediately began questioning the guests. There was Simon, the charming novelist who had a bitter argument with Lily earlier that day over a stolen idea. Then there was Karen, a reclusive woman who had once been close to Lily, but they hadn't spoken in years. And of course the ever-gruff Greg, who seemed unusually calm in the face of the tragedy. Sarah's eyes narrowed as she took in the details. The knife, beautiful, almost too pristine for a kitchen, didn't belong there. Someone had placed it with purpose. But who? It didn't take long for Sarah to piece it together. The silver knife was an antique, and only one person had the knowledge to identify it: Simon. The writer had been in the middle of a new manuscript, one that oddly mirrored Lily's life. As Sarah confronted him, his eyes shifted and he stammered, "She was going to expose me. My novel. It's based on her life, her secrets. She said she'd ruin me if I published it." Sarah's voice was calm but unyielding. "You killed her to keep your secret safe." Simon broke down, confessing everything. The silver knife had once belonged to his grandfather, and in a moment of rage he had used it to silence Lily's threat. As the storm raged outside, Simon was taken away, and the Lighthouse Inn, once a place of calm, would never feel quite so safe again.